My name is Lauren Eckstrom, co-founder of InnerDimensionTV.com, an online streaming platform for yoga, meditation, and daily wisdom, which is where this class is from. Be sure to hit subscribe below, and if you'd like to access more of this content, visit the link below. Because when you join, you get your first 10 days for free, and you get access to this class, plus all of my series and programs, in addition to an incredible roster of 11 other amazing teachers. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. Welcome to Yin Yoga for Runners. This class is a little bit different. We're going to be working with a 30-second protocol. I was so excited recently to see so many of you in our private Inner Dimension TV group talk about how passionate you are about the Huberman Lab podcast. So this Yin Yoga protocol is based off of episode 76, in which he shared recent research that showed static stretching, Yin Yoga, in postures that were held for 30 seconds and repeated 3 times resulted in the biggest increase in range of motion. So we're going to go through a sequence, holding 4 poses on each side for 30 seconds, and we're going to repeat it 3 times. Be sure for this practice to have a block and a strap nearby. And we're starting this class assuming that you've come from a previous yoga practice, cardio workout, or strength training practice so that your body's pretty warm. So we're going to jump right in. Let's start in downward facing dog. Separate your hands about the distance of your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and send your sitting bones to the sky. Now, this sequence targets the posterior chain of the body. So if you are a runner or a cyclist, you have a lot of strength training or cross training going on, we're often tight in that back line of the body. So you might put a little bend into your knees to stick your sitting bones up and get more length through your spine. From here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat, and you might keep that little bend in your knees. Let your head hang. On an inhale, place your hands to your shins, pull your heart, your chest forward, lengthen from the sitting bones to the crown of the head. And then exhale, forward fold, and hang your head. And we're just going to warm the back chain before we begin this circuit of yin. Circle the arms to the sky. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Hands to the heart as you exhale. Take a moment here, close the eyes. Feel down into the soles of the feet. Harness your attention inwardly and begin to deepen the breath. On an inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down over your version of straight legs. Flat back on an inhale, maybe hands to shins. We're focusing on length and space. Exhale, fold, drop the head, hang the arms. To the sky, inhale, root to rise. Use the breath as you reach the arms to the sky. Hands to the heart as you exhale, coming back to that place where it matters most. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep and lift, a little moving meditation. 1 breath, 1 movement. Fold, exhale, dive down and get empty. Flat back, inhale, put your attention on your breath. Everything else can wait. Fold, exhale, dive down, head heavy. To the sky, inhale, sweep and lift. To the heart, exhale, land right here in this body, this moment. 1 last cycle through. Inhale, sweep and rise, lifting out of the side waist. Exhale, fold as we warm backs of the legs, back body, glutes today. Chest lifts halfway, deep breath in. Forward fold, exhale, full breath out. Last time to the sky. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, trace that center line, hands back to the heart space. Inhale, circle the arms, soft face. Exhale, dive down, let it all go. And stay down low this time and start to crawl your way back out to downward facing dog. Take 1 last moment there and just notice how things have already started to open. And then lower the knees down onto the mat as you exhale. Crawl the knees forward, cross your ankles behind you, and with your strap in your hand, recline onto your back, hugging your right knee in. Take your strap over the sole of your right foot, and then on an inhale, send your right leg up toward the sky. Let your arms be long and straight. Let the backs of the shoulders, the upper back, rest on the earth. And then breathe, remembering that we're only holding these poses 30 seconds each, but you'll get to come through it 3 times. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, maybe draw that leg a little bit closer. Start to bend your right knee, hug your right knee into your chest, put your strap off to the side. Hug your left knee into the chest, and then cross your right thigh tightly over your left, coming into Supta Gomukhasana. Kick your feet away from each other. Now, depending on your back line of your body, you might just hold the shins. You might reach down for the outer edges of the feet, lift the feet up parallel to the mat or your version of parallel, and keep hugging the inner thighs in. And then just 30 seconds here to breathe into the outer right hip, to breathe down into the right glute. And this posterior chain of the body just tends to be what gets tight through lots of cardiovascular activities like running and cycling, hiking and trail running. And so we're just working with that chain of the body to bring you into balance. Keep hugging the inner thighs in. Give it one last deep breath there. Uncross the legs, hug the knees into the chest, and then rock up to sit. Reach your left leg straight forward. Bring the sole of your right foot into your inner left thigh, setting up for Janu Shirsasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, fold out over the left leg. So you give that right leg a little bit of a break here. Now, depending on your mobility and your flexibility, if you need to put the strap around the sole of your left foot, you could do that. Your job is not to force your forehead down to your shin or your thigh. Because, of course, what the research shows is that when we're working at just about 30 or 40% of our total effort, we see the most progress in our improvement in flexibility and range of motion. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift your right ankle above your left knee, and then stack your left shin underneath your right, setting up for Double Seated Pigeon. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, you could just sit upright or fold forward. Forearms could come to the floor, or you could use that block to bring the floor up to meet you. Now, keep in mind, if the hips are tight, and it might just be based on the anatomy of the structure of your femur bone in your hip, stacking the shins this way is not always anatomically possible or appropriate. If that's the case, you can just cross the legs instead, and that'll be your variation. On an inhale, roll all the way up, and then exhale, roll onto your back. Reach your right leg straight forward, hug your left knee into your chest, and now we go onto the left side. Reach your left leg straight up to the sky. Keep both legs active, and then flex the left toes towards your face. So even though we're only holding these postures for 30 seconds, it's not hurried and it's not rushed. We're working with a researched protocol which shows static stretching held for 30 seconds resulted in the biggest improvement in range of motion. So it's kind of like an experiment that you're doing. Take an inhale here, both legs still strong. Remember, you're not trying to make anything happen. Then exhale, bend the left knee in, put the strap to the side, hug both knees into the chest, and then cross the left thigh over the right. Supta Gomukhasana on your back, holding shins or outer edges of the feet. And then let the head drop back. Allow the eyelids to get heavy. Trust your process and breathe. Uncross the legs, hug the knees into the chest, rock your way up, reach your right leg forward, sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh, reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale, fold to your own amount until your body tells you to stop. And you might just notice that each side is pretty different, and that's okay. We have a dominant side and a less dominant side, and so you're just going to work with those differences to be right where you are. And just every now and then checking in and noticing that you're just at about 30, no more than 40% of your effort. So that as we do this, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So there's a sense of enjoyment and relaxation. Rise up on an inhale. Stack your left ankle above your right knee. Slip your right shin underneath your left shin. Double seated pigeon or cross the legs the opposite way. Either sit upright or inhale and sweep the arms above. And exhale, fold to your own amount. And breathe. On an inhale, roll all the way up and roll all the way onto the back. Hug the right knee in, and now we go through our circuit, round 2. Place the strap over the sole of your right foot and send your right leg toward the sky as we head into our second round of these same 4 poses. And isn't it beautiful to know that a little bit is enough? And seeing if you can, to the extent that's possible, really resting in that place of trust. That ultimately what you're doing is titrating Yin Yoga, touching in a little bit and then pulling back out and letting your body unwind tension over time. Hug your right knee into your chest, hug your left knee into your chest, and then slip your right thigh tightly on top of your left. Lift your shins parallel to the mat. And breathe. Know where to get to. Nothing to make happen. Just to be here in this body that you have today, this body that you have for this lifetime. And letting each moment unfold organically. Nothing you need to make happen. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in, rock all the way up. Left leg forward, sole of the right foot in, reach the arms up, inhale. Fold out and down, exhale. And maybe you notice you have a little bit more space. And we're just here to get curious. Never to judge, never to criticize this body that does so much for us. On an inhale, roll up. Right knee, right ankle above left knee, left shin underneath the right. Reach the arms up, inhale. Fold into double seated pigeon or the opposite cross of the legs. Find one place for your eyes. Maybe close them. Take the attention inside. Inhale, roll all the way up. And exhale all the way onto the back. Right leg straight forward, left knee into the chest. Strap over the sole of the left foot and send the leg up toward the sky. And imagining that you could breathe into the places in the body that feel a little bit tight. The muscles that feel like they're gripping a little bit, as if your breath could say to those places, it's okay. Rebend the left knee, place the strap to the side, hug both knees into the chest, left thigh tightly on top of the right, Supta Gomukhasana, still on your back. Let the head drop back. Let the eyelids get heavy. And breathe down into the outer left thigh, the left glute. And see how still you can be. You know, you're only in each of these postures for 30 seconds. That's something that you can commit to. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in, rock all the way up. Right leg forward, left foot folds in. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, fold and bow. And so we say, imagine that you could breathe into those muscle groups that feel a little bit tight. Because what fMRI scans show is that when you send your breath into those places in the body, even though you don't have lungs there, they receive that messaging. They actually receive the intention behind the breath. Inhale, roll all the way up. Double seated pigeon, stacking left ankle above right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms above. Exhale, fold it down. There's always a place for you. You can cross the legs. You can stay seated upright. I like the reminder that saying I'm not flexible enough to do yoga is like saying I'm too dirty to take a bath. So you belong here. Inhale, roll all the way back up. And exhale onto the back for our last round of this circuit. Hug the right knee in. Send the right leg up for the last time. Straighten the right leg and drop the head back. Your job has never been to get your leg up and over your head. For most of us, just straightening the leg is enough of a hamstring stretch that we feel down the back of the calf, through the back of the Achilles, even through the sole of the foot. Just flexing the foot is enough of a stretch. Inhale. Bend the right knee in, hug both knees in, Supta Gomukhasana, kick the feet away. Hug the inner thighs in. A movement we don't get a lot in yoga, this movement of internal rotation of the pelvis. Yoga often focuses on a lot of external rotation, so this is an important counterbalance to the rest of your yoga practices. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in, rock up, left leg forward, sole of the right foot in. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, fold for the last time on this side. Inhale, rise. Right ankle above left knee, left foot under right knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow to your own amount. Inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale onto the back. Left leg to the sky for the last time. Strap across the sole of the left foot. And extend through the left heel at the same time that you extend forward through the right heel. And you notice that your extended right leg, the one that's on the floor, is also active. All 5 right toes pointing to the sky. So you are embodied and engaged. For the last time, hug the left knee in, put the strap off to the side, left thigh over the right. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in, rock up. Last time, Shavasana, right leg forward, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And so what the research came to demonstrate is that holding a posture for 30 seconds with a little break in between and repeating it 3 times resulted in the biggest increase in range of motion, flexibility, and mobility. And we just repeat this several times each week. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stack the left ankle above the right knee. Fold the right shin under. Inhale, arms above. Exhale, dive it down. And so you might just be trying something new, doing things in a new way. It's the heart and the seat of studentship. To get curious, to ask questions. And so moving out of stagnation and into a new activation at the level of the body, the mind, and the heart. Roll all the way up on an inhale. Recline all the way back for a brief Shavasana. Extend the legs out. Drop the arms by the sides, maybe wiggle a little bit. Close the eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, deep breath out. Wiggle the fingers, the toes. Hug the knees in. Rock your way up. Easy cross of the legs, hands at the heart, and just notice how the state of the body and the state of the mind have shifted. Take a final deep breath in. Take a full deep breath out. And blink the eyes open. My suggestion would be to repeat this practice 3 to 5 times a week to experience the full benefits. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for trying something new. And I look forward to hearing about your evolution. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this special class from Inner Dimension TV. Be sure to click subscribe below and then visit us at innerdimensiontv.com. When you join, you get your first 10 days for free. You get access to this class, plus a plethora of amazing teachers, series, programs, and other incredible content. I look forward to seeing you there.